And he gave some apostles, some prophets, some evangelists, and some shepherds and teachers for the equipping of the saints. This series is called The One-Legged Church. One of the things that's abundantly obvious to me in the spirit as I read Ephesians 4:11 is that churches are not meant to operate with one kind of leadership, one kind of equipping, one kind of gifting, but rather, and this has been an echo the Holy Spirit has had in my head for many years, you should be able to enter any group of God's people that is operating in a thoroughly biblical fashion and say, who are the apostles equipping you? Who are the prophets equipping you? Who are the evangelists equipping you? Who are the shepherds equipping you? Who are the teachers in the fivefold ministry sense equipping you? And it shouldn't cause dissension. It shouldn't cause people scrambling. But you should get a combination of answers that goes, well, we are partnered with people around the world, but we have representations of those gifts in spiritual fathers here in this area, in this church or group of churches. I am using the term one-legged church as a metaphor for what happens when a group of God's people latches on to one key gifting because they had a charismatic leader, or because a person was sent out to start something, or because there is a one person does everything mentality. And in all those cases, you can arrive at an enshrinement, a not intended by God enshrinement of one kind of gift, one kind of personality, one kind of equipping, and something that gets part of the way to where it's supposed to go and can't go the rest of the distance. I'm advocating not for churches to be more apostolic or more prophetic or more evangelistic, but rather for a balance as described by Ephesians 4:11, where these elements are all parts of a church's identity, part of its equipping, part of its ministries. So, for each of the videos of the One-Legged Church series, I'm going to describe, without naming any specific names, churches I've been a part of, where one or more particular APES callings has found its way to the center point and created a certain intensified culture that encourages some gifts and eliminates other ones, and makes it possible for churches to accomplish some things, but not other things. Now, I hope that all these examples lead to an irrevocable conclusion that the things that God intends for the church to accomplish on the earth before His second coming involve churches that acknowledge the reality of Ephesians 4:11 and willingly embrace the equipping gifts of apostles, prophets, evangelists, shepherds, and teachers, not to the exclusion of any of those, for the equipping of the saints, that we might grow into this mature spiritual body that God intends. If I have blessed you or equipped you in any fashion, please like and subscribe.